welcome to On This Day in Tudor History with me, Claire Ridgway, author of On This Day in Tudor History. Now, today I'm taking you back to the reign of King Edward VI. For On This Day in Tudor History, the 5th of October, 1549, Edward Seymour, Duke of Somerset and Lord Protector, issued a proclamation for a general array of troops to gather at Hampton Court Palace for the defence of the realm, or rather the defence of the Lord Protector and his nephew, King Edward VI. This proclamation was due to tensions mounting between Somerset and John Dudley, Earl of Warwick, who'd recently defeated Kepp's rebellion in Norfolk and who is now known to be negotiating with Henry Fitzalan, Earl of Arundel, and Thomas Wriothesley, Earl of Southampton. The imperial ambassador, Francois Vanderdelft, recorded what happened in a letter to the emperor. Last Sunday, the Archbishop of Canterbury was summoned by letters from the king and caused a preacher to proclaim that all those who are loyal to the king should repair to Hampton Court, where his person resided. And the same day, the same appeal was made in all directions by letters from the Protector. The result was that over 4,000 peasants immediately assembled at court, where the Protector was without any members of the council except the Archbishop of Canterbury, Controller Paget and Dr. Smith, one of the secretaries. On the same day, early, assembled in London the Earls of Warwick and Southampton, the great master of the household, the Earl of Arundel, Mr. Baker, Mr. North, the First Secretary, Dr. Peter, other councillors, the Marquis of Northampton and several more lords, and summoned the Lord Mayor and all the city authorities, all of whom at once came to an agreement, seized the Tower of London and put a garrison of their men into it. The Protector, immediately informed of this assembly and its doings, produced the king in the presence of the court. The king said he was displeased that an attempt should be made to take his uncle, the Protector, away from him, and prayed that all would help in resisting, for he himself was clothed and ready to arm. The Protector also voiced complaints that his destruction was being plotted on false accusations and that he should never be found guilty, for it all sprang out of malice and rank treason. He then had the peasants divided into squadrons and assigned them quarters as if he expected to fight. But about 5 in the afternoon, he sent his wife off to her house and she went out weeping, very badly handled in words by the courtiers and peasants, who put all this trouble down to her. Immediately afterwards, all the peasants were sent away to their homes, and at about 7 o'clock, the king and the Protector departed with the guard and other members of the court for Windsor, where a great number of peasants are daily assembling. As you heard there in Vanderdelft's letter, on Sunday the 6th of October 1549, the Lord Protector took the king to Windsor Castle. Vanderdelft writes that Somerset persisted in his wickedness and called in the peasants to oppress the nobility and make himself master and tyrant of all. The lords of the council were forced to act against the Protector after he called on the people to rise and defend the crown against those he claimed were trying to depose him. On the 10th of October, the Lord Protector was ordered from the king's presence. And on the 11th of October 1549, following his surrender, the Lord Protector was arrested and brought in front of Edward VI, who summarised his charges as ambition, vainglory, entering into rash wars in mine youth, negligent looking on Newhaven, enriching himself of my treasure, following his own opinion, and doing all by his own authority, etc. On the 13th of October, his protectorate was dissolved and he was taken to the Tower of London on the 14th of October. He confessed to the charges laid against him, and on the 14th of January 1550, his protectorate was taken off him officially by an Act of Parliament. Somerset was released from the Tower on the 6th of February 1550 and pardoned on the 8th. He became a member of the King's Council once more on the 10th of April, and on the 14th of May he was restored as a gentleman of Edward VI's Privy Chamber. Unfortunately, in 1551, Somerset was recorded as quarrelling with John Dudley, Earl of Warwick, and it was rumoured that Somerset wanted to regain his former power and position. Following allegations made by Sir Thomas Palmer on the 7th of October 1551, who said that Somerset was planning to invite Northumberland, that's John Dudley, Northampton, the Marquis of Northampton, and others to a banquet, and either to kill them there or set upon them by the way, to secure the Tower of London and raise London, and Somerset was arrested. He was tried for high treason by a jury of his peers on the 1st of December 1551, and he was executed on Tower Hill on the 22nd of January 1552. A sticky end. Also on this day in Tudor history, the 5th of October 1518, 2-year-old Princess Mary, daughter of King Henry VIII and Catherine of Aragon, became betrothed to Francois, the Dauphin of France, who was just a few months old. This betrothal was part of a treaty agreed between England and France, Henry VIII and Francis I. And you can find out what happened at the betrothal ceremony at Greenwich Palace, as well as what else the treaty involved and what happened to this betrothal in the end in last year's video. You can find a link to that in the description. Thank you for watching today. You can subscribe to this channel by clicking around about there. You can hit the bell to be notified as these videos go live, which tends to be on a daily basis. And you can give me a like and leave me a comment. I'll be back tomorrow. See you then. Take care.